Hey there everybody, welcome to my latest video. In today's video, I would like to discuss corruption profiles of major Honduran government officials. Talking about corruption within the Honduran government, especially cocaine trafficking scandals. In today's video, I'd like to do a little profile video on Juan Antonio Hernandez. So who is Juan Antonio Hernandez? He is the younger brother of the current president of Honduras, Juan-Orlando-Hernandez, and he was also a congressman in his country from 2014 to 2018. Juan Antonio Hernandez, better known by his nickname Tony, was born in 1978 to a very large family. He is one of 16 brothers and sisters. The Hernandez family was born in poverty in rural Honduras. However, Tony-Hernandez was able to eventually receive higher education and was able to become a lawyer before his career in politics as a congressman. Today, Tony-Hernandez is in prison in the United States, in prison in New York, found guilty on multiple counts. He was arrested in November 2018 in Miami, Florida, importing kilos of cocaine as well as machine guns into the United States. He was arrested by the DEA in Miami, Florida, and then he was flown to New York and put on trial. During the criminal trial of Tony-Hernandez, New York federal prosecutors and the DEA made several revelations of Tony-Hernandez's drug trafficking career. According to the DEA, Tony-Hernandez began his life of crime in 2004 when he was about 26 years old. And he was involved in transporting cocaine from Colombia to Honduras on the way to the United States. And he initialed every one of the cocaine crates with his initials TH. Before his career as a congressman, he was involved, apparently from 2010 to 2013, working with Mexican drug lord El Chapo Guzman and taking bribes money from him. In 2011, the DEA alleges that he was involved in having a rival drug dealer named Franklin Arita killed by Honduran police officers that he bribed. In 2013, Tony-Hernandez ran for Congress and used a lot of drug money to fund his campaign. Juan Antonio Hernandez is a member of the National Party of Honduras, which is the ruling political party of Honduras. The National Party of Honduras is the main right-wing conservative political party that has been ruling Honduras since 2010. The criminal conviction of Juan Antonio Hernandez on the DEA website as well as the Justice Department website states that Tony-Hernandez used millions of dollars in drug money to fund and influence the presidential elections of 2009, 2013, and 2017 to aid the National Party of Honduras. And in every single one of those elections, the National Party of Honduras won. In 2013 and 2017 presidential elections of Honduras, Tony-Hernandez's brother Juan-Orlando-Hernandez was the candidate and won both of those elections under, lots of irregularities and allegations of rigging. In fact, Juan Orlando-Hernandez, the president of Honduras, is under investigation as well by the DEA and federal prosecutors of accepting drug bribe money in his presidential campaigns. From 2014 to 2018, Tony-Hernandez himself was a congressman in Honduras while his brother was president and still is president. As a congressman, Tony-Hernandez used his position to bribe police officers in Honduras to protect his drug shipments, and also used his position in money laundering, using drug money and funneling it in government accounts, and having form an even stronger link between drug trafficking groups and the Honduran government, state-sanctioned crime. During Tony-Hernandez's criminal trial in 2019, many Honduran drug traffickers who had been arrested and extradited to the United States testified against Tony-Hernandez, which helped further convict him. In October 2019, Tony-Hernandez was convicted and found guilty on 4 counts: conspiring to import cocaine into the U.S., possession of machine guns, conspiring to use and carry machine guns, and false statements to federal agents. And that is in reference to in 2016, when Tony-Hernandez was summoned and questioned by U.S. federal agents about drug trafficking, and he lied to them. Tony-Hernandez's sentencing is still underway, and he faces a minimum of 30 years in prison and a maximum of life in prison. His criminal conviction has implicated his brother, the president of Honduras, Juan Orlando-Hernandez, and there are more investigations being done now against President Hernandez and many other members of his inner circle of the National Party of Honduras and the Honduran government. And this leaves me with so many questions like, why is the United States still allies with Honduras? Why does the U.S. government keep calling Honduras a reliable ally in fighting drug trafficking? Why does the United States military keep giving military aid and training to Honduran soldiers and police, and then they keep engaging in drug trafficking? The takeaway from all this is that the entire Honduran government is corrupt, and it doesn't just end with Tony-Hernandez. He's not the only high-profile example. His brother, the president of Honduras, Juan Orlando-Hernandez, is currently under investigation from federal prosecutors in the United States. The former head of national police in Honduras, Juan Carlos Bonilla, was just named this year in 2020 as part of a major cocaine investigation, and that he also ordered killings of rival drug dealers. And then there's also Fabio Lobo, who is the son of the former president of Honduras, Porfirio Lobo Sosa. He's in jail in the United States, serving a 24-year sentence for cocaine trafficking. I'm going to do videos on them as well. If you want to learn more about this subject, you can read several articles online, even read on the DEA website about this. And I hope you learned a lot from this video, and stay tuned for more.